Out here on another trail. I have snowshoes, just in case. Last time somebody said that they did this hike, they got within a half mile of the end and had to turn around because they needed snowshoes. So I thought if I need them, cool. If I don't, then I'll just carry them on my back the whole time. So I got an extra layer in the bag. I got enough stuff for an overnighter if I had to, but I hope I don't because it's not the plan, man. I haven't worn this big fella in a hot minute here. Oh. So the goal is to get it as tight around your waist as you can. See, you support most of the weight there, and those just hold them together. I think we're ready. Enough shit. Dead Man Canyon. Let's hope not. First snow I've seen. It's just a constant uphill. Pretty far up here. This little section's cool. So cool. Well, this is awesome. Wow. What's really cool about this trail so far, you start out in the desert and then you end up going through a bunch of Joshua trees. And then as you're going up, it just starts turning green like before you know it. This is friggin' incredible. And next thing you know, you're in the mountains and there's snow on the ground. Oh. Amazing. Pro tip, nothing will make you question every single piece of lint, Ziploc bag, ounce of water, everything, until you're walking through loose rock up a wash, uphill. It's like one of those things, like you get to a point and you're like, hey, I need snowshoes. I could have just not went to snow. I think those are like 4 pounds. But if you needed it, you'd want it. But it is not light. Look at that, in a short period of time, we're in the snow. I say short period, been about an hour. Still. Pretty sweet so far. Check it out. Keep taking my gloves on and off because in the sun it's like I'm starting to sweat, and as soon as I get in the shade it's like cold. Typical desert sun stuff, so not mad about it though. Not a little bit. So it's got an opportunity here. It's pretty typical for the mountains. I'd said that I kept taking my gloves on and off. So now, if I don't eat it on rocks and ice, I came around a corner, like literally like 3 steps. I bet the temperature jumped 15 degrees. Like I immediately was like, ooh, I'm warm. So when you're in the mountains or elevation, if the weather says snow, expect 90. If it says, you know, unless it's dead of winter, but what I'm getting at is you never know. Like weather blows into the mountains and blows right back out in like minutes. It'll be like a blizzard 1 minute and then it says it's gonna snow all day. It's there for 10 minutes, blows out, and then you're sitting 70 and sunny, so. Look at it. A little different where I started, yeah. Pretty awesome. Look at that. yeah, this is nice. It's a solid uphill the whole friggin' way, but good thing is we have solid downhill the whole way, so this is awesome. Hello? Hello? Somebody lose their stuff? That's creepy as shit. Okay, that was creepy as hell. I hollered, I didn't get any response. I'm looking along the trail. And there's footprints going further up that look more fresh. So maybe they're up ahead, but I don't know why you would like drop your pack and your rifle. Rifle being the big thing. Like, there's no blood or anything, like, so it doesn't look like someone was injured and went down or came up. There were 2 cars at the trailhead whenever I got here. There was a Subaru and a truck, but I passed 2 trail runners. So I figured it'd been their vehicles unless they rode in one. So maybe the other one's the other people up here, but yeah, that was weird. We're gonna see if anybody's at the top. If not, I think if it's there when I go back, I'm gonna definitely call that in, because it's disconcerting if somebody's out here and they're like stuck. Yeah. Let's twist for the day. So, crisis averted. I just met a guy on a trail and his daughter. She was probably like 6. And I guess they came up last night. They got out here later than they thought they would. And it was getting pretty cold. So he wanted to hightail it to the cabin to get a fire going and get them set up for camp. So he had her ditch that and he dropped the rifle. He's like, that's not worth it. We're gonna go. And he picked her up and ran up the hill with her. So it's pretty cool, somebody doing that for sure, for their kid, you know, but freaked me out. I'm glad that I found out what it was though, because I kind of had the, you know, if I heard a bird, I was like, what's that? Who's there? God, some of the stuff you see out here, man, it's crazy. Just glad that nobody was hurt, and I didn't like come up on a body or somebody injured, have to try to call search and rescue. That would have sucked. Sucked for them. I wouldn't have cared. I mean, I'm fine, but yeah. Now I'm even more than ever, I'm grateful that I got my Garmin updated, because if I'd have found somebody, of course there's no signal. I mean, the first thing is hit the SOS and try to help them, so. Onward. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Did not know that was gonna happen. Hopefully you can see it, not too dark. This is pretty cool. Whew. Little table, bench. I guess you could sleep on the floor here, have a fire pit or fire in the fireplace. It's pretty neat. Hopefully my camera won't move. I'm in this cabin. It's a tiny cabin, but it's like a little hunter's cabin. I'm going to make me some coffee and some lunch. Check it out of here. That was a pretty strenuous hike. It was good. It was a lot of uphill. It was really good. Ooh, I got the journal, so I'm definitely gonna write today. Hang out for a bit. Coffee kit. Coffee kit. What did I do with my cook set? Ha! Cook set. Nailed it. Oh, it's got a little cabin-y sound. I ended up not needing my snowshoes, like, at all, which kind of sucks because I carried them all the way up here, but part of the rat game, huh? My GoPro. I think I'm just gonna do instant coffee because I gotta get some water going because I brought, actually I don't need water for the MRE. I can just cook it in the pot. So I gotta get water going, do the coffee. I have my Kuksa, and then I'll do the MRE in the pot and then just eat it straight out of the pot. It's funny because people leave some food in here, which is cool. Like, I guess if you were close and you got stranded up here and maybe you didn't bring anything. So there's some soup in here, some other stuff. People have been kind of bringing odds and ends stuff just in case you need something. So it's pretty neat. I think there's like a lighter up there. Not a lot of silverware or, you know, cooking utensils or anything, but if you're a real mountie, you don't have to really worry too much about that. So yeah, let's get all this crap out of here and we're gonna get the food going here. Pretty cool, man. So if I had a cabin to live in, don't get me wrong, if somebody gave me this one, I would totally stay here. But I mean, it's tiny. Like, you're not doing anything in here. There's not even a bed in here, which you could build one if you owned it. But yeah, it'd be a sweet little weekend getaway cabin thing. And then you just hang out outside. Oil up. Brought 3 liters of water. There's a spring down there, so that's gonna get filled. I tried to alternate between what I was drinking because they're on both sides, so that I would like evenly drain them. Thought I heard company. I was wrong. Hopefully not. Look like a goober talking to my phone. Nice. Nice. Lighter in my pocket. A lighter in my fire kit. I kind of extra this trip because I've never been up here, so kind of too much stuff, almost. But here we go. Got the thing set up, got my water ready. Coffee's good and hot. Fresh page in the journal, coffee kit, some friggin' flannel because it's cabin. And we are just chilling. Chilling. And the door open because it's pretty campfire-y in here because of the thing. But I'm gonna clean up a little bit, drink some coffee, and kick it. Oh, welcome back to the cabin, kids. So I'm on my second banging cup of Joseph here. This cup's not as good. I used Folgers instead of the, usually use Folgers Noir, that's instant. It's pretty good. It still doesn't hold a candle to actual cowboy coffee, but maybe I got a little, I don't know, not enough. It's a little weak. Good thing is I never go with just enough coffee. I always take extra because coffee comes second to water. So let's put a little dollop in there. Charge it up a little bit. It doesn't help that the water cooled off pretty quick. I had a little extra water left in the pot. And of course I knew I'd want more than 1 cup, but I wanted to get the water out of there before I made my food. So for food, I have peanut butter and crackers from an MRE as well. And I have some toffee bites, which was from my last trip I'd eaten. So I got one of those left. I'm making a little trash bag here out of a Ziploc I found in my food bag. So be my garbage, keep it all consolidated. And then this bad boy is the MRE main entree. I stripped it down out of one. It is penne with vegetable sausage and tomato sauce. All right, so normally what you do is you'll have an MRE heater. I didn't bring any of that, which I kind of wish I had now because I could have just done this real quick. So now I'm gonna heat it in this pot and make a hot mess, and then this pot's gonna be disgusting. So I'm gonna clean it out. That's fine. So I'm gonna heat it up in there. So I'm gonna open it. Normally you just kind of eat it out of this bag, right? And it's less mess, but these things always stink. They look like crap when they come out, but we're gonna not do that up there. I'm gonna heat this up and eat it. I was gonna bring the Tabasco sauce, and then I was just like, you know what? You're starting to bring more crap than what you need for this trip. It's a day trip with the, you know, emergency preparedness for an overnight type thing. I got, wanted to just come up, make a video, and do a good hike that's been on my bucket list for a while, and do it in the winter with the snow and not deal with the ridiculous temperatures or, you know, the people, my broken record stuff. So I did do the journal already. I'm probably gonna eat and then stretch out real good and hit it. I'm gonna use the sticks on the way back because the downhill likes to mess with my knees because I'm friggin' old, but it'll keep me from sliding because the snow, it wasn't deep enough for the snowshoes, but it was slick enough to where it had kind of frozen and then melted and frozen, so it's kind of icy. And I did not bring yak tracks, which is, I should have brought the yak tracks and not the snowshoes, but if I hadn't brought them, I didn't need them. That's my luck, so whatever. So we're gonna get this bad boy going here if I can find the ligator. Always bring a lighter, always carry one now, wrapped in tape. So if you ever need to light something, burn something or light a candle or, you know, commit arson, you have it, but I wrap it in Gorilla Tape so it has a little fire starter thing, so. Ooh. Get her going here. Want to do low heat or you'll burn the crap out of it. Hope you guys see me okay. I'm gonna have to record on the GoPro the rest of the time. My iPhone that I do most of my recording on, believe it or not, is full. So I deleted my deleted box of media, but I'm gonna have to go through and scrub and get rid of some pictures that I may have. Sucks is that I can't upload to anything from here because I don't have any signal, so I can't drop them anywhere. And gonna get a new phone at some point that has more storage. It's only 64 gig. I usually clear out media before I go. I didn't think it was gonna fill up that fast, but man, that thing says spicy penne. Yeah, she's some fire. I'm glad I didn't bring Tabasco. I'd have been bleeding out here, but it's pretty damn good. Penne pasta with sausage. MRE. Yeah, that sucks. So I'm gonna have to definitely go through and see what pictures I want to get rid of. I try to go through and see what's uploaded on Facebook and get rid of those, or if I have extra ones that I took on a trip and I forgot about that I didn't end up uploading. If they're not that great, I'll usually delete those. I take a lot of pictures. Took a lot on this trip already. But in between that, having GoPro apps and drone apps and everything else on here, it gets full pretty quick. So, and I downloaded the map for my Garmin recently, so yeah, I've been taking up some space. Apps. We're kind of dark, packing it up. It's a little cleaning. Wrote in the book. The little drone there. I think I'm going to do some shots on the way out. So keep that out. But well, maybe I'll put it up. I don't know. We'll see. Got some coffee left, so gonna have to finish that. We're cooking with gas now, folks. Got the little hiking poles. Got their snowshoes on them, I like to call them, some goofy. And it's 3 hours up, a lot of breaks, a lot of chilling, a lot of video footage. So we're gonna bust it down. It's 13:20 now, probably, I don't know, a quarter mile into this thing. Let's get it. So I like to always share with you guys my favorites of stuff. This stuff is not cheap. If you can see it, I hope you can see it. Let me quit walking. It's Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm, Protectant and SPF 25, Natural Mint and Shea Butter. I think they have another flavor. This one is, it's like $7 a tube. It goes a long way though, and it is phenomenal lip balm. It's amazing. Like, check it out. It's really good stuff. It's totally worth it. I have Burt's Beeswax as well. I like this better. JS and staple in my household, the whole family, just me and Sam. So something that's kind of crazy, because the temperatures went up like just a little bit. This was all the snow was really packed and kind of refroze. I can see why it was slick earlier, because now it's warming up. My feet are sinking more. I'm wearing Merrell Moab mid boots, and they're vented. It's usually good. I mean, I wear these a lot, like pretty much all year for camping and stuff, but usually want waterproof for snow. But when you're not sinking, or it's dry snow conditions, I guess, so like below 20, or you know it's not gonna get super sloggy, you want them to vent, because then as your feet sweat, as you're hiking, it'll vent out. Because if they don't, and they're sealed up, that sweat stays in your boot, toes get wet, and they refreeze when you stop moving, and they get colder. So it's like a delicate balance. But anyway, I tell you that because the vents in these bad boys, my feet have sank enough that I think I can feel a little bit of moisture on my pinky toe. My little baby pinky toe is gonna freeze off. It's all right, it's shorter than the rest of them anyway, so if we're gonna lose a toe, better be the pinky toe. I hope that looks as cool on camera as it does in person. Wow. Wow. It's pretty awesome. This big old structure here, the sun's right behind it. Got the way the mountain comes down and curves around in the valley, or the canyon, or some other geological statement. Love it. It's so quiet out here, my ears are whistling whenever I shut my mouth. It's incredible. Hi, I'm back. I'm gonna push the sleeves up. Friggin' heating up. It's pretty nice out. It's really nice. But I'm gonna tell you guys, I know some people are like, man, I'd like to do that, but I'm just not in that kind of shape to hike. Here's a good thing. You're hiking, there's no money in it. I mean, if you've flown to travel somewhere to hike, sure, but just if you can go hiking wherever you're at, or in the woods or something, you generally don't have to pay an entrance fee. Some places you do, but if you can find a free place, the only thing that's gonna get you in shape for it is doing it. You can do treadmills and inclines and all that stuff, but it's still different because the terrain's not smooth out here like it is on a treadmill. So anyway, people will be like, hey, I want to do that. I'm gonna live vicariously through you. Don't live vicariously through me. Go out and do it. Like, that's why I started this channel, was to try to maybe give people tips, or, you know, I'm goofy. I don't have any special wilderness training. I mean, I went through a mini SEER thing before I deployed in Afghanistan, but they didn't teach me how to camp. They didn't teach me how to make fire. You know what I mean? It's like how to break out of stuff. So I'm all self-taught. You can do the same thing on my channel, or by watching some of these other guys, or you can lean more toward the hiking, backpacking. You can lean more toward like boat, kayak camping, bushcraft. It's kind of whatever your flavor, and you can go back and forth. I do. Obviously, if you watch me regularly, I do kayak, I do backpacking, I do bushcraft, I build shelters, I sleep in tents, I sleep on the ground, I sleep lofted, built-up beds. I mean, this one's just backpacking. I got enough stuff in here for an overnighter, but I'm not staying. It's an emergency thing, but anybody can do it, man. Don't Don't just watch my videos. Like, watch them and then take notes and then take your butt out and do it yourself. Because the pictures and stuff I post in videos, they don't do any of this justice. Like, any of it. You just can't capture the depth. Not even with like my high-speed camera. It just doesn't do it any good. It's, I don't know. It's stuff that people are going to die and wish they'd done and seen. And you just got to get out and go for it. Start out with small ones and build them up, man. You can reach out to me too. I mean, nobody ever does. I never have really a whole lot of comments, which is fine because I don't want the BS either. But if you got questions or you know me, reach out and ask me. Like, stupid questions, the ones you don't ask. I get out and do this stuff and test gear and break things and realize I don't need crap and need more crap, and it's all a learning process. So yeah, watch video, get some gear, ass off couch. Crap, I think I'm off trail. Speaking of messing things up. I know you guys probably get sick of these little 20-second blurps. Try not to do too many of them, and then I'll speed them up sometimes. But these rock formations are pretty awesome coming through this canyon. So drink it in, people. Probably within about, I don't know, 15 yards max, maybe like 10. We went from sliding in ice to full gravel and wash, just straight up wash walking again. I am screaming back down this valley. It always amazes me. I mean, not that I'm blind to gravity. Holy crap, these are some rolly boys. But I'm always, it's funny when you come down, as long as you don't have any issues. Whenever I tried to summit Charleston, still haven't done it. 2 miles, two and a half miles from Heyo, there's some ice, from switchbacks to go to the peak. And I was like, man, my legs are all locked up, having some major issues here, slamming water, nothing was working. So I turned around, came back. Anyway, I think I was like 8.5 miles up. On the way down, I didn't have sticks, and the downhill and all the jolting on my legs from going downhill at a decent grade made my friggin' knees like, felt like they were bleeding. So I kept having to stop. It sucked. It took a hot minute to get down. I felt like an idiot. But so I got these Ozark Trail hiking sticks from good old Wally World. I don't know. Ozark Trail's usually pretty cheap stuff, but and it's, I think it's made in China. Try to buy American, but cheap hiking poles will pretty much do what expensive ones will. People will argue that, but these are same kind of grip, cork grip. It's supposed to be better than rubber for absorbing sweat. Extendable, they got the little snowshoe things. They got the little rock grabbers, the little caps for the ends. They're adjustable. I've made shelters with them. Like, I don't see any issue with them. They were like 12 bucks, both of them. So if I break them, screw them. Yeah. Still moving here. I think we're at almost 10 miles now. This hike, getting closer toward the end. So, you know what that is on top of the hill? That's an old red F-150, honey. About there. Just a nice little slog up this final hill here, and we will be back to the pick 'em up and homeward bound for friggin' Domino's. Fat, man. The Joshua trees and then the mountains in the distance coming through this wash are just freaking amazing. About use a bad word. They're awesome. It's awesome. All right, coming for you. Pick 'em up. All right, there's the pick 'em up. There's one of the best views you've ever seen. Let's see what we got here. 10.9 miles. A little over 5 hours. That's with stopping and screwing around with footage. 2,162 feet climb, plus the descent. Yeah, girl. All right, y'all. I made it back to the truck. Whoops. Breaking stuff down here and packing it back up so it'll fit back on my backpack so I can take just one thing in the house. It was a really good trip, really good little day trip. Easily could have done an overnighter. Like, I mean, I was burning on the way back so I can get back. Easily could have done an overnighter. No one else out. 2 trail runners, 1 guy and his kid, which wasn't a big deal that they stayed last night, he said. And then I didn't see anybody on the way out. So, very easily could have done, I think I said it once, an overnighter. Did you lose me? So, all right, guys, I'm going to sign out. Go ahead and do the old like, subscribe, and share. Hopefully you guys like these hiking videos. I like doing them. There's something different. It's kind of with the season, right? Whenever it's hot in Vegas, that's the time to do things like this, or when it's not in Vegas, because I've been traveling. But yeah, next time.